Cancelled.
Schweezy.
Oh, here's some news. It's coming from BBC News, not Big Black Cock News. It is not Big Black Cock News. We are not going to read an article from a website called Big Black Cock News. Okay? You got that? You understand now? We're not going to do that shit. You understand? From the British Broadcasting Company, Loch Ness Hunter, in this quote, "I thought this job would be easier."
What?
Steve Feltham has dedicated his life to solving the mysteries of the Loch Ness Monster. He gave up his job and sold his home in Dorset to move to Doris on the shores of the loch in 1991. Now, after more than 30 years of searching for Nessie, he said he thought the task would have been easier. Mr. Feltham made his first sighting of something unexplained within his first year of his search and had hoped to make further sightings soon after. He told BBC Radio's Good Morning Scotland program, I had one glimpse. Hey, I had one glimpse of something like a torpedo going through the water. I don't even know what accent that is. I did the good job going to the easier, as I had sightings in first year, and I thought it wouldn't be long until a second sighting come along. So, other people say every answer for now. I don't know. I guess something got misspelled, but like things that people assume the Loch Ness Monster is, if not. Questions. Loch Ness Monster may be a giant eel, scientists say. Is Nessie just a tourist conspiracy? Good question. Warning over storm Loch Ness Monster hunt? Or what happens if Nessie is found? That's a good question. I guess there'd be people to watch over the lake. I guess they'd just be like, hey, don't kill the giant thing in the water. Mr. Feltham added, and that is where I'm stopped at the moment, still waiting for the second glimpse of something unexplained. Because I am here full-time, I speak to hundreds of people who do report something that we can't identify. Mr. Feltham's dedication to his search saw him named Ambassador of the Year at the 2016 Highlands and Islands Tourism Awards. He had previously been recognized by the Guinness Book of World Records for the longest continuous vigil hunting for the Loch Ness Monster. The Nessie's Hunter continuing efforts come 90 years after what is described as the first modern sighting of a monster. So I have a good story for everyone to go through today. So when I was a kid, I wasn't this. This was one of those I didn't know any better type of situations. And you're like, what does this have to do with the Loch Ness Monster? All right. So I guess we talked about it. Maybe I was in like second grade. Maybe we talked about it at school. About like the Loch Ness Monster. Just, it's, most people say it's fake or whatever, but it's a very big legend in Scotland. But anyways, though, and then there was there's the one infamous picture that's in black and white. It's like, this is the only picture we have of the Loch Ness Monster. Like, until like someone has another sighting again and gets it with like a good camera, like this is the best photo we have so far. And then people just start to say if it's real or not, yada, yada, yada. Well, in my little second grade mind, I had the idea. Why not take a picture of the Loch Ness Monster with a color camera? Okay, I didn't know. That's not because no one's owned a colored camera, a camera with color. This is the time of disposable cameras. Okay, so where like you could have a business printing photos and shit like that. You don't just like go to Walmart or whatever you do now. I was like, and in the little grocery store in the small Kansas town had, disposable cameras, and it was like, takes color photos. I'm like, you see here, I'll just take this, if I go to Loch Ness, I'll just take a picture with this bad boy. Take a picture, I'll make sure to bring this camera with me. That way I can take a color photo since no one else has a color camera. I'm like, I don't know how I came up with that logic. I remember growing up and realizing it's like, oh, I don't know when the two things connected. I was like, Oh, it's not because no one had a colored camera. It's because no one's had a camera and saw it at the same time. Anyway, so yeah. But do I believe in the Loch Ness Monster? You know, cryptids, for the most part. Mothman's a little out there, okay? But like if it's like a type of animal, you know, like more than likely, I think if we find like a Sasquatch or whatever, you know, in the United States, Sasquatch I feel like is the biggest one. If we do find Sasquatch, it's just gonna be like a monkey type animal that's very, like it's just like it'd be a monkey-ish type species that probably lives underground for the most part in like weird systems or whatever, you know, in the dark, but can come outside every once in a while, you know, but it's not comfortable. But you know, that's what I would think. Yeah, the Loch Ness Monster. I'm like, yeah, look in there, like, you know, it could be an eel type creature, you know. Crazier things have happened, you know. And like speaking of how big Loch Ness is, it's pretty fucking big. And you know, when things are big like that, you know, if you drive like in the middle of nowhere and there's like a million, like you drive through the Smoky Mountains, and you're just like, yeah, Bigfoot could probably be out there somewhere. Like, yeah, like I'm not even counting it out. I just don't know like how good of proof we have on it, you know, shit like that. So that's cool. Cool and rad. Thank you for watching this clip.